Hey everyone, and welcome to our webinar today, How to Accelerate Startup Growth Through Software. We're going to give everyone just a minute or two here to join, and then we will get started. All right, see people coming in. So let's just get started. Okay, so for those of you who do not know me yet, my name is Casey McGuigan. I am the Senior Product Manager for Slingshot, and I'll be your host today. So in our webinar, we are going to cover some topics such as supercharging startup growth, streamlining workflows, how to use data analytics to drive data-driven decisions, how to eliminate disruptions that come with app switching, and we will be sending out follow-ups with a few other resources and recording and all of that after the webinar as well. Now, this is the second series, too, in a webinar for startups. So I'm not going to spend too much time on the 5 ways to supercharge your startups. We'll just briefly touch on them. However, we will send a link to that webinar in case you missed it, so you can go back and watch and get a little bit more detail about those 5 ways. Today we'll be a little bit more focused on how to use Slingshot specifically to take action on driving that growth in those kind of 5 ways that we're going to talk about. So let's start talking about them. So there are 5 main ways that you can supercharge your startup business, and those are first and foremost establishing product market fit. From there, mapping and planning out your journey for success, growth hacking teams to monetize your products and services, brand building and talent management, and like I said, today's focus, the use of effective tools for streamlining operations. So let's touch on number 1 through 4 very briefly. Finding product market fit is, as I just said, the first thing and the most important way that you're going to start to drive success for your startup. So this involves first defining who your target customer is and what is the undeserved need that you will be offering them with your solution. Product market fit means your product solves a big enough problem with the right solution for your customers. And as you can see here, that is 9 out of 10 of the reasons why some startups do fail because they haven't established a proper product market fit. Then, once you've established product market fit, you need to build out a detailed plan for your product offering. So this includes researching and defining where that target customer is that you need to market to. So do they spend time on social media? If they do, what specific platforms are they on? Do they spend most of their time on LinkedIn? Are they consuming on Facebook? What are the types of keywords that they're searching on Google that relate to their use case? How do they get their news? Are they on YouTube? And understanding your customer can then help you plan a detailed marketing strategy around that to make sure that your brand is in front of your target audience in the right places. So once you have your plan, you can then begin to execute, and this should be done and backed by growth hacking. This is where you're constantly running experiments and analyzing the results to increase your core KPIs. We actually have a really super useful white paper on our website, that will take you through step-by-step of the growth hacking process, even pre-process of creating your teams and why your team is so important, and some suggestions for running even growth hacking meetings. So we'll actually also include that in the follow-up as well. And then when I get into the demo, I'm going to actually use a growth hacking example to help kind of show off Slingshot too. Okay, then next is your brand building and talent management. So behind every great and successful business, there is a team of talented people who work together to develop outstanding products or services, market them, and sell them that will, in general, grow your business, right? Without them, you wouldn't have a business at all. And this is why it's important to hire the right talent to grow your company. This is a huge pool. There is a huge pool of aspiring, talented people out there. But finding the A players and the rock stars can often be a challenge, but you want to try your hardest not to settle and to ensure that you are building a team of those rock stars. And then this all boils down to finding the right tools or software to help you accomplish and run all of your operations through. Ideally, that's a single tool where you can hit everything on your checklist that your team needs to start boosting results. So that means having real-time analytics, project and task management, collaboration, and content management all in a single tool, which of course brings me to Slingshot. So we are actually going to see a little bit of Slingshot in action now. So let me see if I can exit this PowerPoint, which doesn't seem to, there we go. Alrighty. And you should now be seeing my screen for Slingshot. Looks good. Okay, so I'm actually going to start from a blank slate for you startups out there on this webinar. And I'm going to demo to you Slingshot. You can see that Slingshot right now on your screen is being demoed in the web. But we also support mobile and desktop applications. And all of the features that you are going to see here in this demo are available on all of the different platforms as well. So I'll come back up here to the top left in a minute or two, but essentially the core of Slingshot is built off of what we refer to as workspaces, and then within workspaces you have your projects. So I'm actually going to add a workspace here, and I have some templates that I can choose from, but I'm going to, for this, add a blank one, and then I'm going to use a template to create my project. So let's say I am working on a marketing team, and I want my workspace to be for everybody that is going to be working on marketing. I'm just going to click create, and then here I can start to add more and more people into. See if I can grab another user of myself in here. Looks like I can maybe grab one more of my emails. I'll hit done, and then I'll just hit update. So now I got 3 kind of people on here. So within each of your workspaces, so now this is my marketing workspace, and I have all of my different projects that I can run. I have different tasks that I can create for marketing, discussions, pins, and dashboards, which I'm going to show you within a project. So if I come here to project, I'm going to add a new project, and I can go into see my different templates here. And depending on your department, if you're in accounting or if you're in HR or whatever department, we have some different templates for your needs. So if I go into marketing here, you can see I have all of these different projects that I can pick from for my templates. I was going to use a growth hacking one. I'm actually going to switch that. I'm going to go to use the content calendar here. So let's say I need to start my content calendar project. I'm going to come here. All right, I can see I'm going to get all of these tasks within here. I'm going to get some discussions, some pins, and some dashboards. Looks cool. Let's use this template. I'm good with the name, description. This will be in my marketing workspace, and now I am going to, let's start the due date for this project on Monday, actually. I'm going to click create, And then we are going to apply your template. All right. So I have, now that I can see these different tasks that we kind of put in here for you out of the box, where you can see the functionality of having your different lists to organize your tasks better within your content calendar project. You can see you have some subtasks and parent tasks here. I have different views. So I have a list view, I have Kanban view, where I can drag and drop my different things in between here, a timeline, and then this calendar is a little bit of a sneak peek, but this is coming out actually in a few weeks, so we'll have calendar soon too. Then within my discussions here, kind of looks like I can have really good conversations around content ideas, and if I see competitor inspiration, I can share it here with my team. So these discussions allow you to have transparent channels of conversation with your marketing team or just your SEO content calendar project. So these are available to anybody that has access to this project to kind of collaborate and communicate in. Then within my pins, I can see, here's just an example of the how I can organize some URLs and stuff on my pins. So any important research points that I want for my team to have. If I go down here to blogs, I can see, okay, this is where I can kind of keep my copy docs for any of my blogs. So if I come here to add a pin and I click documents, I can connect right into my Google, OneDrive, Dropbox, Box, and SharePoint. And I can, let's actually see if I can add my other Google Drive here super quick to show you. We will allow, and now I can pull in content right from my Google Drive. So I don't actually really use Google Drive, so these don't look the best, but let's say that these are some files that I want to grab, and then I will hit pin. And now these are links right to these files within my Google Drive. So now when I need a particular file and I'm using Slingshot in these pins, it's very intuitive where to go find it. So if I need blog copy, I know that I have to go into my marketing workspace, to my content calendar, to the blogs list, and I should be able to find all of my blog copy very easily instead of having to leave where I was working, go log into OneDrive, and go into a ton of different folders to find that particular file. Okay, now if we go into dashboards, here are two templates for me to get started. So once you're writing your content, you want to be able to track both your organic website performance and your keyword performance, right? So if I go here and click on organic website performance, it looks like this dashboard is using Google Analytics 4. So I need to add Google Analytics 4 in order for me to be able to view the data or view my own data in here. So let's just grab this here. We'll select into this account. Let's do a staging site in here. We'll grab this. This is our staging URLs. Oops. URLs. I can add a description to this data source as well. So this is adding this data source for me to be able to use for other use also. So I'm actually going to save it into my project so that other people on my project can view this data also, or can use that data source, I'm sorry. So, I mean, look, I have now a beautiful ready to go dashboard with my own data now in here. And now I'm able to edit these visualizations if I wanted to adjust some things in the way that they looked or the data that they're showing. And I can also add additional ones. So now that I have this nice starting point, maybe I got a few more questions from looking at this data where I want to add something new. So let's say we want to look at new versus returning users. So I'm going to do a little shortcut here, and I'm going to duplicate this visualization. I'm going to pull it across, and I'm going to go into edit. And I want to look at a, let's say a line chart. And I want to see just sessions, and I want to see, and now I kind of forget all of the new fields in GA4. Let's see, it would be user, should be type, content type. Let me see here real quick. So we want user. New versus returning, that's right. They pulled it out with that title. So now I can see my new versus my returning, and maybe the not set that the Google is unable to identify. I can change this to new versus returning users. And now I have this as another visualization within my chart, or within my within my dashboard. I'll click save, and just like that, I was able to add more insights into this dashboard. These dashboards you are also able to create from scratch as well. If I come up to add a dashboard, and if I click blank dashboard, you can see all of the available data sources for you out of the box here. So you can connect right into your LinkedIn advertising, Facebook, Google Ads, you name it in here. And you can start creating right from your data sources. And you can bring multiple data sources together into a single dashboard to really get your full customer journey into a single view. So this should really kind of bring together that single platform for streamlining your workflows together. In addition to that, these different tabs also work very nicely together in what we like to refer to as productivity flows. So if I'm looking at this dashboard here, I see that, let's expand this, and let's say, we see some sessions going down the last 2 months, right? So we're going to go up to here, and we are going to start a discussion. And so I am analyzing my data, and I see that some sessions are going down. So I'm going to start a conversation in my content calendar for performance. And looks like we already have something that was kind of created for me to do organic traffic performance. So awesome. I'm going to come here, and now I'm going to @mention my whole project. I could do annotations and things on these images, and I can say, why is traffic going down? And just like that, I went from analyzing my insights to driving a conversation that everybody on this project will now get access into, collaborating around. And then I can even from these messages create tasks. So let's say on the website we had a conversation in this discussion, and we need to update, let's go with our page titles or something. I can assign that to myself. Maybe I'm the one that needs to do it. I can set a priority, and I can give it a due date. So kind of a very nice, seamless flow from analyzing your data to collaborating around your data to taking action on it. And those are the real productivity advantages that you get using an all-in-one tool such as Slingshot. And I think that's actually it for my demo today. I am happy, of course, if anybody wants to shoot me an email. And if you'd like a personalized demo at all of Slingshot to your particular use case, let me just run back up here to my email. You can email me at kcm@slingshotapp.io. And then to try Slingshot yourself, if you just go to slingshotapp.io, hit the try it now button, and you can log in with your Google or Microsoft accounts and get started today. So thank you guys for your time, and I look forward to seeing you on the next webinar.